Hey Internet, Mirage Legion here, and today I'm going to be reviewing my, a Games Workshop Tau Crisis Suit Commander. I believe this is the XV-88 Crisis Suit Commander for the Tau Empire, or I'm sorry, the XV-8 Battle Suit Commander unit. These can be bought online or from your local hobby shop, and I'll be going over some features and pros and cons of the model itself. In terms of detail, it's probably one of the most detailed models. If you look at the feet here, they are this scenery is molded in, which is nice, but there's not a whole lot of posability with the model, but I'll get into that later. In terms of actual stability of the model, it's terrible. I've bought 3 of these models as commanders for my Tau army, and they will not stand up. They are the worst unit I have ever seen for this. The way you are forced to hold the legs, it will not stay upright at all. And I'm blocking the light from above. One of the big issues basically is the way they design the leg. The right leg, which is this one, is actually conjoined to the hip, so there is only one way you could put this on, and the left leg, which is this one, will not really, you can move it, but because of the scenery at the feet, it really doesn't have much structure. It comes with some unique weapons, including the air fragmentation launcher, and I believe the other one, if I can look it up here real quick. As I said, they're not very stable because of that. Let's see, it comes with a plasma rifle, which is actually unique to it. Sorry, I'm blocking the light again. And it's a unique plasma rifle. It comes with the airburst fragmentation launcher, which is this funky look. Sorry, my air compressor is blocking the way. Which is the second one, and it comes with a cyclonic ion blaster, which is, both of these are signature weapons, and they only come in this kit. It also comes with a support system, which I guess is very generalized. As you can see, I've customized mine. I've given him a shield and twin linked fusion blasters. The fusion blaster was given to him because it was the heaviest thing I had to try and offset his weight a little bit to balance him, but I failed. But I'm keeping the fusion blasters. It's kind of a thing that I do with my Tau commanders. The waist unit here is separated, but I've got mine glued. You can articulate him a little bit. These are not connected. You can move them. I actually do have mine offset. If you look here from the side, they are offset. I did this intentionally to make it look like he was vector thrusting. You have some weapon posability on the top, which is present on all Tau commanders. You have 2 wrist connectors, which are again common on most of them. The Tau Commander has custom legs. The cockpit is pretty much, the entire model is unique to itself. The legs are closer to what Forge World uses on some of their models. In terms of detail, this model is amazing. A lot of vents and lights and sensors and nodes and things like that for you to paint and really bring out the nice detail of it. One downside to the model, again, is it's fragile. The resin they use for this is so soft. I personally hate this resin. I've broken the toes off of my Tau commanders because they're so soft. This resin is, like I said, it's not very stable. I'm just gonna lay him down. The resin is nice, but it's just too soft for my liking, and it's very fragile. GW actually had to send me a new Tau Commander because this one's toes right on the joints on my original one snapped off right here, and I could not fix them. And they also had to send me a Forge, or not a Forge World, a Master of the Forge model, because the original one I got sent backpack was so bad it wouldn't hold up. Unlike these guys come in a more unique setup, more like the individual models do. Well, it is, I guess, more like a named unit, where it's on an individual frame with... There's a lot more flak on these, but like I said, it's soft, so it's easier to get the flak off, which is nice, but I really, really hate this stuff. I've accidentally cut the model in ways I didn't want to cut it. I've had to, because it's so soft, it seems like it's easier to get massive deformations in it. Or there was one on this model. Where is it? Right here in the chest. Let's see. See if I can get out of the way of my rifle here. There's a huge divot out of the chest where there should be like a piece of panel to cover up that. I guess it's some type of targeting sensor, but there's just a chunk missing out of it. Now this is fixable, but you're gonna see a lot more of these in these type of designs. The lines like this one on the back here are easier to stand out because it's softer plastic, but again, they're more prevalent, so the work usually ends up being about the same. These thrusters are ridiculously heavy because they're solid resin, which really throws off his back weight. And unlike other Tau models, as you can see, there's no crotch or back hole for him to balance in. So I'm gonna have to figure out some way to offset his base enough to let him stand. If you have any suggestions, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm going to be painting this guy probably with white and gold to match my army setup. He's probably just going to be a standard sergeant and not an actual named commander. I've got 3 of those already, so this guy's just going to be a fancy sergeant. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.